Welcome to Nothing's Personal. We take everything personal. My name is Chris, and here with me today, as always, is
Nathan. What's going on, guys?
And back again. He's He's here more often now.
Yeah.
There's not like a 10-episode gap now.
Yeah.
I think
you know,
dude,
like
you look so
Louis. Hi. What's going
Louis. Yeah, that's me. Louis back in the house.
Yeah.
You know? I think it's I think since I've been kind of keeping up more, it makes me more motivated to like, okay, let me make time to come on.
I feel that. I feel that.
That's
And
good.
it's fun. It's
People
fun.
like hearing you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I
Talking,
appreciate
talking,
you guys.
Like,
Talking,
don't look at the camera. Don't look at the camera. Just be cool and
Explain to them
pretend.
what's going on.
I appreciate you guys.
With your
requesting
glasses.
me.
Yeah.
With the glasses, I don't know. I thought they were pretty cool. Nathan had them.
Yeah.
I don't think they fit me.
No.
My face.
Mm-mm.
But I think they're pretty cool on their own. They're standalone.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
I think that they work.
I'm trying new things. You know,
Yeah.
trying to break out of my
Feel
box.
that. It's like a superstar episode. Everybody's got the glasses on.
I never wore glasses because I have good vision,
Yeah.
and also because I have a small nose and it hurts. As you can see, you can barely see my nose with these big ass glasses.
I understand. Go.
These are my first pair of shades that I haven't lost. Like in the first 2 weeks I had them. Probably because they cost a lot of money. So I was like,
Really?
yeah, I
I
swear.
have so many shades.
I used to
That's
get like
Those cost a lot?
shades, like $100.
Like, yeah,
They
I
look
mean,
really shitty actually.
well, we like crap eyewear. Shout out to crap eyewear.
Why do you
Shout
always do
out.
that? You
Yo,
always do
shouts out for free, bro.
Hey, man, be cool. Be
No,
cool,
bro.
Be cool. It's all good.
No free shout outs. But yeah, growing up, I used to get like, so you know how aviators were a big thing? You remember? Do you remember I used to wear aviators a lot?
Yes, I know why.
I used
Really?
to wear aviators with like the blue, like
He
tint
also
like
used to
that.
wear fedoras.
Nah, chill out, bro.
Yeah, you did.
Chill
I seen the
out.
pictures.
One time.
Nah, it wasn't one time. I think it was more than one.
And my mom would be like, "Ooh, Bruno Mars."
You went
And he
through a
was-
very
he was
sassy
buying
phase.
it.
No.
He was
What
buying
was the
Bruno
worst
Mars.
part was everybody was like, "Wow, you
They're
look
gassing you
good,
up.
Chris."
They're gassing you
Yeah.
up. You felt it.
And then like now I look at the pictures and I'm like, who let me dress myself? Like they gave us too much freedom.
The
to,
way
like,
that you dress
ourselves.
yourself, there's so many good pictures. We talked about this last episode. There's so many good pictures.
It's bad. Bro.
It's
The way y'all dressed yourselves was really bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like
You and Des were pretty bad as
who
kids.
allowed us to do that to ourselves?
your mom,
They
probably.
gave us too
or-
much freedom.
That's fantastic, though. It looks good. I dig it.
But what were we talking about?
Oh, I wanted to bring up what y'all think of that Spider-Man trailer.
Oh, well, speaking of Spider-Man, got the
Oh yeah.
little Venom cut.
So
Hopefully one day.
hopefully one day, right? So I guess opening into. So if you haven't seen the Spider-Man trailer, I mean, you should have seen it by now. So I think it was. I think we all had pretty much the same initial. Like it was pretty fucking good. It's a teaser, so it's not the full trailer, but it is enough that it gives a lot away.
I think
Yeah,
it's cool.
this year, right?
I think it's cool. Like that he's Chinese now.
Yeah. It.
Huh?
Wait, right?
What?
Shang-Chi?
Oh, it's not the same thing.
Oh
No,
my
I'm
god.
just kidding.
Oh my god.
Nah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I like it. It's gonna be fun, but I'm kind of maybe I'm out of bounds for this, but I'm kind of tired of the MCU and Disney like relying so much on like
Spider-Man?
nostalgia, you know. Like, oh, we're gonna bring back old shit to like, you know.
No, I
So-
don't think that's what it is.
I don't think that's. I think it's a payoff because this should have been. Spider-Man's one of the hardest things that they've worked at and they try to get it
Yeah, 'cause
done
there's
for
so
so
many
long,
stuff, yeah.
right? And like Sony's been fucking with everything for so long, everything was bankrupt, whatnot. And I think it's just a service to the fans that they're able to bring
think-
everybody home and kind of like get it together and like finish that part. And then we just have Tom Holland and it's done. You know what I mean? Like we have one Spider-Man.
I don't even think it's just that. I think by them doing like a multiverse, they can introduce like Carnage and Venom.
Oh, yeah.
And like Sony characters.
It opens the door for everything.
Because without that, they can't just be like bringing them in. You know.
And here he is.
yeah.
No,
Here
it-
he is.
it totally-
You never heard of him before, but
Yeah.
here he is. Same universe.
It totally makes sense from a logistics standpoint. Like,
Yeah.
how are we gonna introduce this and make it make sense?
right.
You know, and I like the way they're doing it because it's better than just kind of like you said, like dry introducing them or like, you know how when they swap a character, the actor out,
Oh yeah.
and, like they never mention it or nothing, they never kill them off, or you know that kind of sucks. And they're like,
Trash.
it changes everything, you know. But I like kind of how like when WandaVision If you watch WandaVision, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I watched
we're-
it.
They brought in Quicksilver, and they're like, "Hey, different universe."
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
That was
They
pretty
just played
cool. Like,
around.
all that
Yeah,
was cool,
yeah.
and it was just bullshit.
It ended
the
up
other
being
day.
bullshit. Yeah.
But I kind of wish they ran with it, but it's good, man.
I wish
it's
they
one of those.
Ran
Why
with
was he-
it. I see what you did.
I didn't do that on purpose. But it was one of those. Well, why was he a Targaryen in the first place? One
Yeah,
of those,
no,
like,
for real.
Yeah.
Though, like, what,
It was
why,
weird.
Why you
What
bring
was
it
the
up?
point of
yeah.
saying that?
Yeah, it was. They're just playing around, but no, I think it with WandaVision, Doctor Strange, and then with Spidey, it kind of it makes a cool. Like they'll be doing some cool stuff eventually, because yeah, the multiverse, like Chris said, you can definitely bring in
They're get,
more characters, more
this one's
stuff.
gonna be a lot of people in it.
Oh yeah, I think that even if it's not like they go crazy, they can drop so much stuff in it that people can like play around with. And then also there's also Multiverse of Madness, which I saw something today about. Apparently, some guy that's like well sourced was saying that Professor X is supposed to be in Multiverse. I don't know how crazy, but again,
Professor
it
X?
gets in
That'd be
Multiverse of
dope.
Madness and Doctor Strange.
They could do X-Men.
Yeah.
Too.
Well, they were saying like an introduction,
Yeah.
which I mean, it's not insane because this guy's like known to
So
like,
like
put out
one
spoilers.
of my probably about. I'm not a really big superhero person. Like comics, like you guys. So I think it's just growing up. My favorite comics, my comic people, I guess you would say, was X-Men and like Spider-Man. Those are the ones who I really like follow and really like.
We were.
So I think that'd be pretty cool. They cross over.
we were
like that,
into
you know?
the superhero stuff way back then too, because I remember we had like the Daredevil, Blade, like all the Blade movies. All
Yeah,
the
we had
X-Men
the movies and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, and then but like X-Men was like the animated series that I watched. I mean, I watched
yeah.
Batman animated
X-Men,
series
that's
too.
true.
Anime series was fire.
You know,
The original
X-Men
one?
animated series.
That shit was fire.
dope.
Where
That
he's in the
shit's good.
yellow suit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit was good.
And he's built like you.
Huh?
What?
What?
He's short and stocky. He's like 5'2".
Did he say he's built like a Salvadorian?
Oh my god. Nah, that's good. Yeah. But
Hey, speaking of being short, man, I regret everything I said last podcast
why? About what?
because I'm getting it every single day.
About you being
I'm getting
short?
roasted.
About you being short?
Because if I try to talk mess, they're like,
Oh, because I came for you?
yeah. You know what they call me? Twinkle Toes, thanks to you. And then you know what else? They'd be like, oh, not you standing on your tippy toes. And I'm
Hey,
like, oh,
that's you.
okay.
I tried to play it off. I was just watching because I
Nah,
was trying to
he's
get some
rude.
stuff. No,
I listened to it last night. Actually.
He's rude, right?
nah.
Yeah,
It was
he's
funny.
rude.
First
Yeah,
of all,
wait, you're short, by the way. You're really short.
Yeah.
okay, but
Piece of shit.
He said,
That's
you're
what
short, little guy.
For those of you who don't know, Nathan's 6'6", so he thinks that everybody's short. And me and Chris are 6'2", and it's not a big deal.
yeah, right,
In the
right.
camera, it may not look like it, but you know, we are.
Yeah. I guess. Anyway, Chris is he's a little fella, and
Not even little. Not even like short.
See what I mean?
he's a little fella,
He's
and
a little
therefore,
mouse.
and therefore, we take care of our little people around. He's LP, little person, so we like to take care of our little people around.
Yeah.
here.
Kind of out of pocket.
See what I got to
I'm
do?
perfectly in pocket actually, but it's all
anyways,
good.
I hope you get canceled.
That's
It's
that's
okay.
what I have been dealing with. Speaking of short and stocky and stuff like that.
Stocky.
No, I don't have a problem. I told him,
No. Me coming out and saying tippy toes
Yeah.
stuff.
I wish more people at work listened to it because they could watch him, stand on his tippy toes and dance around in the back. I don't know.
I do be dancing.
I don't know
around.
what he
It's
be
funny
doing,
how
you know?
he's like super offended by the nickname Tippy Toes by someone.
Twinkle
that's-
toes.
Or Twinkle Toes. And someone like whose whole life has been getting called dirty.
That's true.
Nah, but it's different.
Like
Well,
dirty
what's
is
different,
This
like,
one
though?
has negative connotation. to
Well,
me.
where did dirty
well,
come
it's not
from
because
again?
he was dirty, but it's because his name.
You never heard of a dirty Sanchez?
That's why they called him that. They called him Dirty
No, that's not why. What? It is a thing.
Is it 'cause
bro.
you, like,
A
8 foot off the
dirty-
floor or
a Dirty
something?
Sanchez. You don't know what a dirty Sanchez is?
Is that a drink or something?
Look it up real quick.
I don't want to look it up. It's
Look
like
it
Blue
up.
Waffle. I'm not looking it up.
Look it up and put images.
I'm not looking it up.
Look it up and put images, bro.
I'm not looking it
Look
up.
it up and put videos.
Nah, somebody at work.
Videos.
Nah,
And put
somebody,
medium length.
somebody at work was like, no, listen. Somebody at work was like, one person had something, and the other person was like, you ever heard of Blue Waffle? And then
That's an old
hold
thing.
on. This guy didn't know he didn't know. And he was like,
Did he not go to middle school?
apparently he didn't go to
That's
any
what I'm
school.
saying.
So he looked it up and he was like, it's just showing me Blue Waffles. I'm like, you're looking up the wrong thing, bro. Turn off your server history.
Your
you know?
your parental controls.
I told him, I said, unlock it, bro. And he looked, he's like, ew.
That's nasty, dude.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's a big jump from Marvel. DC.
But I
So
want
do
to
we-
go,
so we
I
do
do
right
want to
here.
go back though. So I was seeing a few things on like Instagram and Twitter, since they're bringing in like all 3 Spider-Men
Uh-huh.
to this
Spideys.
next movies.
Mm-hmm.
They were like discussing who's the best Spider-Man, from Andrew Garfield, from Amazing Spider-Man. What's the other guy's name?
Andrew
Tom
Garfield,
Holland
Tobey Maguire, and Tom
Tom
Holland.
Maguire.
Yeah.
I just want to know, what do y'all think?
So you start. Who do you think is the best?
I think Tom Holland, for me at least. And then I really, really like Andrew Garfield. I think him and Tobey Maguire are really close.
Yeah.
I kind of like Andrew Garfield a little bit more.
So I would say Louis. So Louis the best Spider-Man. So Louis, you
Miles Morales top. though.
you were older when Tobey Maguire came out, right?
Then y'all in like
Yeah.
a moment. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm saying you're
Was that
older.
02?
02.
03? Something like that.
Yeah.
Dang, that long
something
ago,
that.
for real?
Yeah, it's been a long time,
So
dude.
you guys were
Hell
big.
yeah.
Because I was,
wow.
I
Yeah.
was like 12, 13. So you guys were babies.
Yeah, we're baby
Yeah.
babies. I mean, I remember like.
I remember.
I watched all of them.
Yeah, I watched all of them too.
Like young.
I liked those Spider-Mans.
but for the times.
Toby's up there.
Yeah.
And he was good, and I liked him. And my dad was like a person who was like into kind of like comic book people, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
He's kind of a nerd, but he was like, yeah, you know.
He's into
He
it.
would tell me like about stuff about Spider-Man that I didn't know. Like I never watched like Spider-Man cartoon until the movies came out. You know,
Yeah.
it was more like, oh, the movies were cool. I'm saying I'm 11, 12 years old, and then like that's around the same time like when the first Xbox came out, like when Xbox was invented.
Good times.
And and my dad bought it for me.
Good times.
And I had the Spider-Man game. That's the only game I had because it came with the system.
Damn.
I
Spider-Man game?
I had a Spider-Man game and I had FIFA.
I never played
Dang,
FIFA back
yeah,
then.
the
but
OGs.
I know Madden though. But yeah, damn. Good times for real. Good times.
Yeah, and then like and I never really played the Spider-Man game because I'm not a big fan of like adventure games like that, like just kind of roaming and whatnot.
You don't like fantasy? Or?
It's kind of it was scary to me. Like when you're doing the mission, and you're like,
Swing
oh shit,
around.
I gotta fight someone.
Whoa, he's not swinging around on buildings. It's gonna be too much.
Nah, I'd be like, you know, it'd be like
It's really
jumps-
high.
It'd be like too intense for me.
You'd be
you know?
walking on the ground, be like, I'm gonna walk with the regular people. I'm not gonna swing.
Like I'd be playing. No, I had Halo too.
Oh, Halo, of course.
I'd be
That's a
playing Halo
necessity.
and I'd be like,
Fuck
oh
yeah.
fuck, I'm sweating right here.
Really?
No,
oh,
no,
bro,
for
Halo.
I'd be too intense.
The first
Halo on
Halo,
Xbox?
the first Halo, I think like the second mission, it was like you go like on a lone quest, like you crash, and then you go on your
Yeah,
own.
you're by yourself.
Halo's kind
Bro.
of scary. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I saw the alien ship come. I said,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay in the.
Nah,
little
because
ship.
they used to jump out and like surprise you and stuff. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
and it's like
Yeah.
it's like what's it called? The person's view, whatever. it is.
first person.
First person view.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're like, oh shit. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
then
I'm
when
sitting
they
like this
introduced-
close to the TV.
I
They
feel you.
introduced the zombies on there. Technically, they're zombies. They're called something else, but that was pretty bad.
Yeah,
for
kind of
me.
wild.
The first time I ever got scared was like in the Call of Duty game when zombies first came out.
Yeah.
I played it, and like when you finish the game, it automatically throws you into zombies game.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And then like I'm like what, 10?
You're like, what is
And I'm
this?
playing,
Oh,
and then you hear the. And I'm like,
Hey,
exit.
hey, I'm an adult. Hey, when I play zombie, I'm an adult, and I still be getting
No,
caught.
for real though.
Hey, low key, you be like, hey, where everybody at?
and when you got your headset on,
Yeah.
you can't really.
Uh-huh.
It sounds like it's behind you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel that. But back to so you were around that time, right? And then like even because I remember going to the theater to see Spider-Man 3 when like Venom was introduced and all that, and like with my brothers, that's when we kind of started the whole thing, like going to watch movies and movies together. And I think that was a cool time. It's a different time, but I
Yeah.
also hear a lot of people say that like Tobey Maguire is
The Spider-Man.
their favorite Spider-Man because also he's the only adaptation of an older Spider-Man that we have. You know,
Yeah, I was
like
gonna say, he's in college, right?
right. Well, he's out of
goes-
college. He's an
yeah.
adult. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
well, at
He's
the
getting
beginning-
Tobey Maguire's getting married and stuff.
At
like
the beginning, he's in college.
right at the beginning, he is in college, but by the third movie, he's gonna get married to Mary Jane. Like he's already,
I think I like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I think you mentioned it earlier, like off camera and off the record or whatever. But I think Tom Holland is like the perfect iteration of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't really like. I know the
Andrew
British
Garfield.
guy. He was like playing a different version of Spider-Man, and I know it's like accurate to that version of him.
Yeah.
And it was cool and I was alright. And I really liked the girl. What's her name?
Not Mary
Emma Stone?
Jane. It's
Emma Stone?
Emma Stone. Yeah.
I really like her as an actor during that time. Like she
Gwen-
was kind of hot,
Gwen
Yeah.
Stacy. Yeah.
right? So I was like, oh yeah, I'm really like, and I was like, it's
Yeah.
alright, you know. It's not for me. And I think Spider-Man's whole appeal is that he's like the people's champ. You know.
Yeah.
Someone said.
Absolutely.
Someone was like. On Twitter was like Spider-Man is like the people's people. He's like the most relatable. He was like broke, like dirt poor and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I would have gave him the Communist Manifesto and he would have been the first communist superhero.
The girl poor
Yeah.
in the Bronx.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
Bronx,
his
right?
uncle got
Brooklyn.
and then his uncle got murdered.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think that I agree. I get, and we talked about this earlier, right? But yeah, I would say that he's so Andrew Garfield's. You know, he's from the Amazing Spider-Man like run, and it's a cool storyline. I honestly didn't mind the second one. I know it was dark and, you know, spoiler alert, when Stacey dies and all that, but that's like out of the comics, like 100%. You know, she snaps her neck, he's trying to save her, and he doesn't get there fast enough. Like, it's straight out of the comics. So, it's a good, I don't know, I think he did a good job. You know, he just wasn't given everything he could have. Because he could have stayed Spider-Man, I wouldn't have been mad about it. I think it just would have took a little more time for him to develop, but the action was good. Like, I was watching a cut from it the other day where he's like, it shows him it's an opening scene and it's him like, you know, he's falling from a building and it's just like, they were doing a good job back then. Like, it's pretty good. He does look like weird though. His eyes are big, but that's straight out the comics, like that style, you know. And
quick interruption. Is Andrew Garfield in The Social Network?
yes,
Yeah.
he is.
He's the
one
that was getting sued.
He's the one that
yeah.
gets screwed out.
suing.
He
was
gets
suing.
yeah. He's the one
better
friend.
in that.
He's fantastic
he's a
in
good
that.
actor.
He's a really good
Yeah,
actor.
But I don't think he fits. I think so. That the reason why I think the Tom Holland is like the perfect version of it.
Yeah.
Is because like now he gives you all that dorky nerdiness that so and so, you know, that Tobey Maguire had.
Yeah.
But then he also looks like a kid.
No, but so that's the thing.
know?
So when he first comes on screen in Civil War, Tom Holland, perfect. Like that little cut, like I couldn't have imagined it better. Like when he comes on and Tony's there, and like obviously y'all don't fuck with Tony like that, but the just the little stuff, and he's like, I'm just a kid, like, you know, it was absolutely like it couldn't have been better.
I'm just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and his whole, even when he's fighting with them, like it couldn't have. And you're right. I think that they took notes from everybody, and they're like, all right, we're gonna make the best Spider-Man we possibly can, because that's one that we'll have Tom Holland forever. I mean, we'll have him for a long time. You know, he'll
how long do you think before he gets like tired of it?
tired of doing
I
it.
think he's gonna keep doing it.
Oh, he'll
a
do it
while.
forever, dude. He'll do it till he's like probably closer to like Robert Downey Jr.'s age, like because
Really?
the way they're setting it up, the way it looks
He's like 70 years old, right?
no, shut up. The way they're setting it up, it seems like they're moving him to be like the main. So he'll take that role. I know you hate it. He'll take that role of Tony Stark, like he's the leader of everything.
No, I don't hate the role that Tony Stark played. I just thought it was like
He wasn't the one to
it
play
didn't
it.
make sense. Yeah,
But it just kind of seems like he's the prodigal son. Like he's leaning towards that.
That's what you could tell.
Yeah,
obviously that's what
yeah.
they're
You see
trying
where
to do.
it's kind of going, and it could change.
And I'm
obviously,
cool with that because he's the first one, right?
What do you mean?
Spider-Man's the original Stan Lee guy or something like that.
Yeah, no, technically,
know.
I guess technically you say Captain America is technically, but like,
He's the first Avenger.
but like in
technically.
the
Who's
comic,
the first event? Captain America.
Captain America.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm talking about the first like comic person that Stan Lee made or something.
I mean,
like
I
that.
guess.
I think so, right?
It's like his
think-
baby, right? Like
Like
that's his
Marvel,
baby.
like for him on Marvel, I think it might be Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's like his first like big.
It might
thing.
be.
Yeah.
It could be right.
I think
but
so. I thought that was
You
like
might
his
be
baby.
right. But what I'm saying is like they are leaning towards that way. So I think it and then this one, the way that the trailer set up, how they do it, because I didn't think they were gonna do that with Doctor Strange, like him asking him to reset everything, which is kind of weird to me. But
It's Punisher. Well, yeah, Spider-Man and Punisher.
Yeah.
Spider-Man came out in
I know some
1938.
I know some shit.
1938 it came out.
So- Those
Do you
glasses.
think he was racist at that time?
Yeah.
probably most likely.
He was like,
Well-
but he was like against Jews.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
apparently he makes like the superheroes based off like injustices.
Yeah,
like
the minorities.
the minorities,
yeah.
like the X-Men.
Underdogs.
The, the X-Men were technically like color people, and they were
Uh-huh.
hated. And all
What did
that.
they say? Like yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
African Americans.
Right. But you said it. Yeah, that's cool. No, so
Because Magneto's.
but
Magneto's,
the
Malcolm
Spider-Man-
X and then
the
other ones.
Spider-Man, I think, for me, is Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man. It was a better Spider-Man. Tom
Yeah.
Maguire was a good Peter Parker, and Tom Holland's a good mix of both.
So the perfect one.
That's fair.
Yeah, like the perfect one. That's
Well,
why
yeah.
he's my favorite.
That makes sense.
That's why I said they took notes from
'Cause
everybody.
I agree with you. Like Andrew Garfield's Peter not really that great. You know, I could
Yeah.
go without. But his Spider-Man was really cool.
Where he's like talking shit and cocky and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
and
I like
like-
that.
I kind of feel that.
and like
That
his
was cool.
movements
But
and his fighting is really cool.
How much of the actual like storyline and movie making part of it plays a role? Because it's not, you can't just take.
That's true. Like, it
I
all
think, but
depends
I
on
think you need
writing
to
and
go
stuff.
right. That's true, but I do think
I don't think which ones were the better overall movies. I don't think the Amazing Spider-Mans were that good. I didn't really have.
I would argue that the Amazing Spider-Mans were better than the original than Tobey Maguire Spider-Man though.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. Like Spider-Man 3 was a clusterfuck. I love it.
You know how
Clusterfuck,
yeah,
though.
but the
You
first
didn't
one
have
though.
that
The
many
first
villains.
one though.
But so out of Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, the second one with Doc Ock, the best one. Like with him on the
Oh,
train
yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah, that's the best
just
one.
The
under
first two.
I would argue that the first one wasn't that good. It's okay.
With Green Goblin.
It's okay.
Goblin?
Yeah, like I like
Maybe
Oh
'cause,
Boy,
like,
but
you know, retro,
it's nostalgia.
you know,
No, and
nostalgia.
I understand that because for what you had at the time, there was nothing like
When
that.
he rode under the when
Yeah.
he went under the bridge like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
little surfer thing.
Yeah, on his little
hoverboard,
fucking hoverboard
and
shit.
he
Yeah,
flipped.
yeah. Fucking killed him.
It
Yeah.
was like, how you
That's
do
just
that?
fly,
And
bro.
no,
That's just fly.
listen. I agree. Like, but again, when they went to the second one and he's fighting Doc Ock, like
How many people has Tom Holland killed?
None.
Just Iron Man.
you don't kill him.
no, actually.
Wow. Too soon, bro.
No, I was seeing some stuff like
Said no,
you know he has his Iron Man suit. He was definitely killing people like in the Endgame movie. He
Absolutely.
definitely caught some. bodies.
Absolutely. Well, if you're watching, I said this. If you're watching What If series at all, they kill people.
I need to watch it.
Like on the 3 episodes that I watched, they've killed like multiple people in each one, like murdering people. And if you watch the third one, the whole episode is about murder. So
What is this?
the What If is just a series of like things that you could have like What If series or What
Is
If
it on Disney?
It's on
Oh,
Disney.
I've
yeah.
seen it. I never watched it.
Yeah, it's
What's
like
the one like Black Panther is?
Black Panther's.
Captain America. Or
He's-
something like that?
He's Peter Quill. He's
Oh, Peter Quill.
yeah, he's
See,
Star Lord.
stuff like
It's
that.
pretty tight. It's pretty tight.
What do you mean Black Panther is Star-Lord? Like the actor?
No, not the actor. The guy. So who would actually be Black Panther instead of Peter Quill getting picked up?
T'Challa.
T'Challa gets picked up. So he like leaves Wakanda like by accident,
and he
and then
goes to-
they abduct him. So that's just and then he becomes Star Lord versus Peter Quill. It's actually very interesting. It's kind of good. I'm not gonna lie.
And they're gonna do like a zombie one too.
They're doing a zombie
trying to
one,
watch it.
and if you watch it, there's good little stuff in that, like a lot of Easter eggs and cool.
Oh, they
and
already
also,
did the zombie one.
they haven't done the zombie one. I
Oh.
think that one's next. But if you haven't watched it, watch it because that's Chadwick Boseman. I think that's his last project with Marvel, and he
Oh,
voices
really?
it. Yeah, he voices
Oh,
it. So it's pretty sad. But,
R.I.P.
yeah, and they make a thing for him too on it, and it's pretty nice. So it's pretty tight.
All right, so you asked. We all kind of gave similar but different answers. I think.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, we won't go too long on this, but who is the best villain? Let's give 2 options
Within the Spidey series.
within the movies. All 3 of them, all 3 different franchises or whatever,
Uh huh.
and then like just in general, like including comics and
Of just Spider-Man.
yeah.
Oh,
He
you
has,
can
a lot,
take that one.
he has a lot of villains. I would say the best villain. Ooh. So there's an obvious one. Like he's gonna come out and he's gonna like just them showing him he's gonna be cold again. Like Doc Ock was a solid. He was a solid villain.
In the movies.
Yes.
Like the yeah.
Even
I
in the
agree.
comics
Yeah.
though. Even in the games you play the game, he's a solid villain. But
He has a cool power.
I think that like one villain that I feel like they haven't really introduced for Tom Holland yet, which I think would be a crazy one, and like he needs because it's pivotal to his story is Green Goblin or Hobgoblin or however they're gonna
Hobgoblin.
like that's his pivot because like Tobey Maguire, though I wasn't crazy about the first one, that was still a great villain for him because it trickled over into all the movies, like into all 3 of the
and then-
movies.
and then James Franco.
Yeah,
is, you know,
that's what I'm saying. And also, now that I think about it too, you said you don't like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. He would not be a bad Green Goblin. I think he
that
actually
makes
would.
more sense.
Yeah, he wouldn't be bad as
he
a
would
villain.
have probably been better than James
Yeah.
Franco.
But that's no.
No,
No.
There's another one.
No, I
Yeah,
know.
no.
Yeah.
Who the fuck was in that Amazing Spider-Man?
That
that
was
that
garbage.
shit was trash. If you remember that
I
one,
don't remember that.
he was like
Oh,
all
dude,
like
let me show you a picture.
fuck
He's
faced
so
and he was all
ugly.
stupid looking and
Fuck
oh,
face.
he just looked like his face was all fucking.
They kind of deformed him to look like a little goblin.
It
or
was a
whatever.
mess, and he's like all like like fucking. It just when I saw it, I was like, this is what I'm checking out of
When you
this.
said fuck face, it made me think of ass face from Preacher.
Oh god, I forgot about
That's how he
ass face.
looked.
Oh yeah, that's horrible.
Terrible.
Yeah.
But like in that's what I'm saying. That he could be.
He's like a really bad kid that got dirty.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they kind of gave him like little
I-
goblin.
They did. They
like
did.
that.
No, they did
Yeah.
terrible for that. But back to what you're saying about the
Villain?
who the villain. Yeah, I would just say, to make it easy, I would say Green Goblin. Like, I think that's probably the best.
In the movie or just in general? You can say both. You can say Doc Ock from the movies and Green Goblin in general.
Well, they haven't introduced a good villain for him. It starts as a
Oh,
villain.
Don't give no,
No, I was gonna say I don't know. He in the games, Venom's a good villain.
Oh yeah.
In the games, he's a fantastic fucking villain. I don't know though, but yeah, I would say Green Goblin because y'all it gives y'all more room to pick one. So go.
Chris, go.
In the movies, I like Doc Ock, and I like either Venom or Carnage in like overall.
That's fair. Venom's a weird one. It's good
Because he's kind of like
kind of an anti-hero.
hero, but not.
He's an
they team up
anti-hero.
Say
sometimes.
feminine.
I say he's an anti-hero.
Anti-hero.
Feminine.
He's a feminist.
He's a feminist for sure. Yeah.
I just really like Venom's aesthetic. Like,
I
growing
love
up.
it too.
Why?
It's all black. He's fucking swole. Like, he's a sharp teeth. Like, it's dope.
Yeah.
Like,
like
look
that.
at this. This the eyes. Like how they kind of go out to the
Yeah.
ear. And like I
You
used
like
to
the
draw
long
Spider-
tongue, huh?
Nah, but I used to like draw like Spider-Man's, like,
Yeah.
and Venom and shit like that when I was a kid. But it's cool. Like I think he's a cool character. I don't know a lot about Carnage because I've never seen him. Like he's never been like in the media
He's
yet.
this, but like
No, I know that.
Yeah.
But now I'm saying like
Oh,
I
yeah.
never like got to really get into it. But Venom for
Yeah.
sure is top guy. Like on overall general, not really the one in the movie. Not Tom Hardy, but the other one that was in the Spider-Man movie.
That we don't claim him. He's not a real person.
You don't claim
Oh,
Tom
yeah.
Hardy?
Fuck no. No,
Wait,
Tom
Tom
Hardy, of
Hardy.
course.
The other one
Right.
Wait.
in the Spider-Man.
Oh
the one-
yeah, Spider-Man 3.
The
yeah,
one,
yeah.
the one, it's cool. The
We're
fight,
talking
the
about-
fight is cool.
We're talking about homeboy from that
From
70s
Buffy
show.
the guy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
That too, yeah.
He's trash.
Trash. Eddie Brock. But he's the not good Eddie Brock.
Mm-mm.
But the fight scene is cool where he makes the sound thing.
that's
like-
Absolutely, yeah.
I like
That's
that.
cool.
I
He
like
rings
that.
the bell
And
and
he's, like,
everything like
cleaning
that.
it.
That's the other thing too. That Tobey Maguire, he was very smart.
Well, he's a fucking. And he's
I know,
supposed
but
to be smart.
I'm just saying, like, out of the other two movies, he wasn't even okay. So I guess in 2, he did make his web shooter, so he's pretty smart. But like, Tom Holland hasn't displayed any of his like,
That's true.
Intellectual.
I've noticed that.
because he's like he is kiddish, but also like he's going to a school for like science and like he's supposed to be
more-
smart and
he's more like.
he's more like where's
He's
Mary
more
Jane?
like,
Like,
he's more like a geeky jock.
not even though he's not even a
Nah,
jock.
I don't think
But I'm
he's a
saying
jock.
like he's athletic.
Oh, he's super athletic. Yeah,
the man got
but he has to be. Yeah, but what I'm saying is he doesn't like
He's geeky, but he doesn't show.
he doesn't do
like,
any of his
But-
smartical
But he
stuff.
uses when he made his suit the other time, on Tony Stark shit.
Yeah, but it's Tony Stark, bro. I'm pretty sure you just go boop boop and you have a suit. You know what I mean?
It's like
This is-
ordering a burger.
Yeah.
On the computer.
Right. I don't think it's that hard. Let's be real.
Jeez, oh shit.
It's Tony. You know what I'm saying? He took all the thinking out of it. It's not that hard.
That's cool. I think that's pretty.
Yeah, but so you would say Doc Ock, or I'm sorry,
And
and Venom,
Venom.
and then you would say who?
I would say Venom.
Venom.
Venom. And like an overall like villain, and I want to say Green Goblin or Doc Ock in the movies. The movie's pretty good.
In
I never was a really big fan of like Mysterio or whatever. the fuck.
Into the
Oh, what am I
Spideyverse,
saying?
was
Mysterio's a
that
great one.
Hobgoblin or Green Goblin?
Green Goblin is like the OG.
I think that was Hobgoblin.
It
in
was
there.
right.
I think it was
That one's
Hobgoblin.
cool. Hobgoblin's cool.
And it's in. They do like a little mini Sinister Six in.
Oh yeah, the cartoon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when they do.
It's
no,
Hobgoblin,
the one that
cartoon.
killed Spider-Man.
Yeah,
That's Hobgoblin, right?
I think it's Hobgoblin. I think.
that one's cool.
Oh, I guess we forgetting about Kingpin too. If
Yeah,
you want to be
Kingpin-
real. But that.
That's just White Suge Knight.
Wow.
White Sugar
Wow.
Knight.
Well, also, but Mysterio, I would say Mysterio is also a good one. I don't think Mysterio was that good in the movie. Like, Jake Gyllenhaal did a great job, but I think Mysterio's a cool, like, villain. I think he's pretty
Gyllenhaal
fun.
kills
For a
everything.
long time, I would
Sure.
confuse Jake Gyllenhaal and Tobey Maguire.
What?
Because I always thought that Tobey Maguire was like, oh, he did Spider-Man and Brokeback Mountain. That's interesting. It's not the same.
Not the same at all.
Not the same guy.
I mean, so I guess I want you to bring up what you said about Tobey Maguire, like how, because I guess that's the other thing. Everyone wants to know how they would introduce these characters, like, because they've already confirmed that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to be in, No Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
But how? Like, how are they going to be? Are they
Well,
going to cameo? Are they going to like how? What's
Well,
the?
I saw this thing that was like saying how So you know how in the Spideyverse when they all came together, the Spider-Man, he was an old man.
Mm-hmm.
What they might do, since they don't, I'm pretty sure they don't want to de-age everybody because they're
Yeah.
already de-aging Doc Ock, and they're probably gonna have to de-age Green Goblin. 'Cause
Right.
it's the same guy.
Right.
And dude, is what 20 years? And man's
Yeah.
man's gonna be looking old, you know. So Tobey Maguire, I'm pretty sure they could either do like the same route as they did with Into the Spideyverse and just have him be like a mature, and have him teach Tom Holland,
Be a mentor.
which would be really cool because then he could show him like tricks and how to be better Spider-Man.
I'm kind of tired of Spider-Man having a mentor.
He needs it though. He's so
But
young.
he's always like that.
He is
Why
always
don't they
like
just
that.
team up? Just team up.
I don't. But that's the thing. You have to. I guess you have to remember he's so young still that he's not at that age where like
Yeah, he's still in high school.
he can't. Right. He can't mentor anybody. Like you know what I mean. Like he's not someone to mentor someone. He needs to be mentored. You
and
know.
he's still new.
He is
like,
still
to
new.
like superhero stuff.
Because he's only like, and that's I guess that's what you'll see in this one. It seems like he's still trying to get a grip on being Spider-Man and like having to deal with so many villains. Because he's only dealt with like he can do it, but it's like I still gotta deal with my friendly
Like I'm
neighborhood
okay
shit.
with him having like a mentor, but not like Tony Stark where he's like forced every movie, bro.
Hey man, chill out. He gonna be in Shang-Chi too. You know that, right?
He's gonna be in Shang-Chi.
He is. They already have ties to him in Shang-Chi about 10 rings. They have. I saw the video and it's his when they like capture him and they're like posting him and stuff. Hey man, Tony never dies, baby. You know what I'm saying? He never dies. Shout out to the GOAT.
I'm still my moving point of the camera.
Fine. Shout out to the
You
GOAT.
haven't-
I'll point little. Point little. What are you gonna do? I'm sorry. You got a big energy with the glasses. I gotta pick up for it.
He do got
He do got
Hey,
big energy.
he got
Yeah.
major Chad energy with them glasses.
You
though.
do. You do.
Chad.
I feel like you're about to chug a
Yeah.
White Claw right now and shit.
I
But
told
it's
you that
cool.
whatever
He's
that
gonna
shit
do the
was.
Stone Cold bust like that.
Yeah. I feel
Stone
that.
Cold E.T.
I feel that. About to shotgun a drink right now.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah. So I guess overall, what would you rate the trailer? I guess we had to rate
Dude,
trailer.
10, bro.
10?
I'm so hyped.
Doc Ock looks good,
I'll
huh?
watch this. Yeah. Damn. You go, hello, Peter.
I don't think that's how he did it,
Why did
but
you say that?
Hello, Peter.
that's not how he did it.
Peter.
But Peter.
Hello, Peter.
Oh my god.
He looks good though.
What is
Yeah,
the
the
accent
de-aging.
supposed to be?
The
I don't know.
de-aging.
The
looks-
Is he
de-aging looks
Hispanic?
really good.
looks good. Yeah.
He's
He
a
looks a little
He's
Spanish.
a Latino. Octavius.
Slightly.
Octavius.
Dr. Octavius.
Octavius.
But yeah. So I guess we'll have to see. We got to see Jamie Foxx. We got to see all these people that are gonna pop up.
Oh, they did like a little leak of Jamie Foxx. He looks cool. Apparently, what I've heard.
Well, I said they say he's not gonna be blue anymore, right? He's not gonna look how he did.
I'm hoping they do like the green and yellow one.
Yeah, I don't know. He looks stupid in the other one. So
Yeah, that looks stupid. He don't have the little dumb comb over.
yeah, see that was too much. They didn't even need to do that. Like, and that's part of it too, I guess, with them in Spider-Man. I don't want to see. You don't need to show me where they came from, like the origin of the villain. Just make them the villain, and he has to fight him.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking know about him with the comb. Don't do all that. You don't gotta do that. There's no need. Like, it's fine. I know Tom Holland's young. Also, you said Andrew Garfield's British. So is Tom Holland.
Yeah. So
Yeah, they're doing green and yellow for him.
Green and yellow.
Yeah,
That's tight.
so that's kind of like how he's
know
gonna.
that. I forgot he was British.
If your guy is British.
Yeah.
So
He's
like
a-
the
he's
old
a Brit.
Electro. The old Electro is cool.
Yeah, old
the
Electro is
cartoons
cool.
are really cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess we can wrap that up on Spidey. But we're excited, I would say, right? And Shang-Chi's coming up too, so that's another
Yeah, we
one
might go watch that.
that'll
Unless
be.
it comes out on HBO Max, then.
No, it's
No.
It's Disney.
It's only
Oh,
Disney. Yeah.
Oh really? Oh, is it coming out on Disney?
I don't think it's coming out on Disney though.
Oh
it is.
yeah, you're right.
Is it? Oh, I'll have it then.
But
You
yeah,
gotta,
it's
pay,
probably.
you gotta pay, but then you gotta wait 30 days or something.
No,
like
he
that.
has.
I ain't
it.
baby boy. I'll have
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I'm not saying
I have it.
Don't incriminate
Wait,
yourself.
what? I'm not. I'll have it like to go
Disney-
watch
you know
it.
Disney
Tickets.
come after you, bro.
Tickets. Hey, I have the tickets to go watch it.
He
I'm not-
pre-ordered the tickets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you always watch movies.
Did I have Suicide Squad? Yeah, but I paid for it. Pay for it. Yeah.
Interesting.
I want to ask y'all something.
What's up?
So, when y'all are thirsty, right, and y'all are at home. Nah, listen.
Like
y'all-
sexually?
no, not sexually. I'm talking about like
When you're sexually thirsty and
Yeah.
at home alone,
what porn do you know?
how do you cure your?
What's your category?
What's your go-to category?
So, when you're at home, right, or like where I don't know, wherever. So, do you care about tap water? Like, does that bother you?
I honestly, in all honesty, I have not drank tap water in years.
What about you? Does
No.
that? Okay, let me phrase my question and then I'll let you go. So why I'm asking is because I saw somebody was saying about tap water and do you drink it? And then they were saying, does all tap water like taste the same, or does all water taste the same? Are there different categories of water? So I know the answer because I fucking know. Like
I know too.
Dasani, you're disgusting.
Okay,
But go.
Let me just say from a real human's view. This guy is just so fucking pretentious about water.
Yeah.
Look at his shit. Look
You
at
feel
me and
me?
Chris drinking
You
the
feel me?
Nestle.
It's always.
First of all, we don't fucking
feel me?
we don't support
Lucky I don't have
Nestle.
liquid
No.
death. You lucky I don't
The
have
other
liquid
day he
death.
was drinking water out of a pouch.
Yeah, no, he. Oh yeah, it's my goat skin canteen.
Shut the
he was-
fuck
he was
up.
I had this transported.
Look.
It was
First of all,
transported.
stop making it look like I was fucking no.
And he'll bring out a packet of little Orbeez.
Chill.
And he just,
Chill.
yeah, this is
Chill.
chewable water.
Hey, is this Voss? Yeah, but no big deal. We're gonna just turn it back this way. You know?
Yeah,
No
it's,
for
yeah.
shout-outs.
This is a really good water. Like it's, they put like the pH level.
Yeah, it's got
It has
Aquaman in
stem
there.
cells in it.
I'm gonna start
Electrolytes.
giving you well
hey,
water.
Iceland. Look, just for you. Look, it's got Iceland.
Yeah, I drank
Iceland
the
water.
tap water in Iceland. That shit was fucking good.
Was it?
Yeah,
That's different.
It was
Okay, so all
cold.
right, so our different taps
Son,
are different.
I drink tap. I'll drink water from a hose right now. I don't give a fuck.
Do you drink tap at home, like for real?
He's
Yes,
different.
I make Kool-Aid.
He nasty.
Hey, one time I had a friend at work. He's not my friend anymore, but he was like had a jug and it was yellow, and I was like, oh, do you I said, did you add something to water? And he was like, no, it's from my tap, man. I'm like,
But you be working in the country.
no.
You were in the country, so they be having water
This
wells
was
and
years ago.
shit.
This was back
Oh.
when I was working at the airport. He had a jug, like an Ozarka jug, and he was like, yeah, it's from my tap. And I'm like, you drink from the tap? And I was like, but it looks that color? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you lived in Beaumont.
I drink water
So if
from
you live in Beaumont.
Don't fucking drink water from the east side.
Yeah, no.
Hey,
Oh yeah, I
man.
know.
No. But I drink tap water. I do not care. It's not a big deal.
Wait,
Look,
really?
If I have,
Why?
if I have
It is the water.
opportunity-
Waters do have different tastes.
Don't say water's water.
No, they do
No,
have
they do
different
have different
tastes.
tastes.
But it's like, look, let me tell you. In middle school, I played football. You know how we would get water?
I drank from the tap. Yeah, the hoses would
Go to
spit.
the
And you,
hose.
It's a
yeah.
water hose
Yeah.
with a PVC pipe connected.
They feed
to
you
it.
like you're in a trough, like you're a horse.
Yeah, they drill
It's on the-
holes
it's
in
on the
it.
wall.
Lined up
Yeah,
They
yeah.
drill holes in
I
it.
know.
Everybody gets to it. It's
You're
just
like,
like,
yo, coach, turn it on, yo. He turns on,
and it's fucking
It's fucking-
lukewarm. It's warm because the
but you gotta let it run a little bit, and
yeah,
it
you know,
kind
like
of
it's
yeah,
hot, and
yeah.
then it's, now it's room temperature.
I know what's up. Yeah,
And then one kid has his mouth on it. You're just getting all saliva.
that is, bro. The one kid that puts their mouth on the thing, I never thought about
It's
how
the
nasty
same
it is.
kid that puts his pants all the way down to his
Right,
ankles.
but
to
he
pee.
takes- but he
Oh,
takes it,
dude,
he's like-
for real.
Like
Yeah.
all in there, you're like, bro, other people gotta drink from that. He's like, I don't give a fuck. It's all just sucking on the thing. You're like, ah, that's too
Or like the
much.
water fountains. I remember growing up.
Oh, kids
mouth
that,
on it?
that would latch onto it.
Oh, the
Oh,
mouth.
dude. Can I tell you the
Yo,
truth?
if
though?
you were one of them
Hey, can I
kids,
tell you the truth? Can I tell you the truth? One time
Don't
I did
tell
it.
me, don't tell me
One
you
time
did
I did
that.
it. Hey,
Why would you do
hold
that?
on. One time I did it.
Ooh.
One time I did it, and I'll tell you what.
like straight up
I
kissing it.
understand why they did it. I
You
get
more,
it.
You get more what? You're sucking it out.
You're from the teat. Like you're right there on it. You know what I'm saying? You're right there on
Bro,
it.
it'd be like so corroded and nasty.
It was it. You just
They don't clean that.
Yeah.
okay. I'm not saying that it was a great idea, guys. Was I playing football and did I do it in football? Yeah, because the fucking thing was like looked like a little piss.
Okay,
Like it
I
was
mean-
barely coming out. I was like, you had to get on
Hey,
there.
dumb on it.
Hey,
Nah,
not
dude.
gonna lie.
What?
I've seen those. I thought about it a few times.
What?
Put your
Going all
mouth
the
Get
way
in
back.
there. Hey, get in there, boy. That's why. That's why it got the
nasty.
curvature. You gotta. you latch onto it.
Whoa.
Hey, man.
Nah, I don't know. Look, I don't care tap water. I'm a drinker. I know it's not as good as like I've got a fucking.
But you're gonna take a
Iceland,
cup and shh, and like
can't-
drink
I
like
can't-
yeah,
that.
if I really, I mean, it's,
Huh?
it is what it is.
Nah, bro. I'm sorry. No, that shit tastes different. It tastes like chemicals.
Yes, it has a little metallic taste to it.
Has a little.
But yeah, it has. So I have a theory about water.
Fluoride?
Let's hear this shit.
Yeah.
Let's hear
So
it.
I used to work in the country,
All right.
and I had a lot of customers at
With healthy
my-
teeth.
Yeah, with unhealthy teeth.
Right.
And I'd be like, man, a lot of people smoke meth around here, but no, it wasn't what it was.
That's one of the main reasons.
Oh,
though.
but then I was people who were like just
I think meth was
regular
a good
people,
contributor.
regular people like who were not meth people, and they had like a little black, like a little
Stuff.
stain, a little stain to it
Yeah.
around like
Little
under
tint.
the gums, little tint.
Yeah.
Their teeth looked like they were thinning,
Yeah.
like you can kind of see through like the edges of it.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like enamel color, like
Yeah.
strong, white color.
Right.
Or even even if your teeth are not white,
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I wonder if it's because a lot of people in the area, you have water wells, and they have water softeners and shit like that, but it's not the same thing as like a water treatment plant, like when you live in the city or whatever.
Right.
So that's my theory. The fluoride's good for you.
I don't know.
and it opens up your pineal gland. Well, that's the opposite.
Your
of what they
penis
say.
gland?
They say that fluoride. They put fluoride in the water. It's like a conspiracy theory.
Fuck yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
They put fluoride. You know what your pineal gland is?
Yes.
It's like your third eye,
No.
right?
No.
What's the pineal gland?
Pineal gland controls your sleep-wake cycle and all that kind of stuff.
Your
Your
what?
Sleep-wake cycle.
And I'm the
Tells you when
No,
Conspiracy
but they
theories.
say like your pineal gland is like
Oh,
your woke
Yeah.
gland or whatever the fuck.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, they say that. So then, the pineal gland,
It's
they
in your
put,
hippocampus, I think.
they put it's a thing in your brain, like it's a real thing. But they say that conspiracy theorists say that they put fluoride in the water, and then you get calcium buildup in your pineal gland,
Right.
and it causes it from being opened. Like your third eye is not being opened because of fluoride in the water.
Hey, man. I've never heard that, but I'll be looking into it heavily tonight. That'll keep me up.
Dude, I know. I saw the.
That'll keep me up.
Shut up!
Fantasy mind.
Shut
Fantasy
up.
mind.
I feel okay. So a theory on that on Nathan.
All right, no, before you I have to disclaimer this because apparently I fucking have to, so I'm gonna. We do comedy on this podcast, okay? Comedy, I just watched it again and I was like, oh, okay. I feel like, excuse my language here, the fuckheads are gonna be like, oh, he's for real, he really thinks
Sure.
that. No, because
I
someone came
I'm a
someone,
fuckhead.
someone came to me, someone came to me and was like, do you really believe that? And I was like, I feel like I need to say
I
this.
get what you're. I can tell.
no, you
I know
said-
you're not being serious.
Some stuff is serious,
stuff-
but you
some
will
stuff
never
you
know
are.
what I'm actually for real about and what I'm joking. You won't know. You absolutely will not.
Hey,
What?
You a good actor, bro.
I am,
I
absolutely.
believe all of it.
Absolutely.
No, I can
Absolutely.
tell like you're trying to like over.
Some stuff, right? It's just for fun. It's funny. Like Chelsea was here when we were doing the last one, and I could see the pain on her
was like,
face.
oh my, it's
Yeah,
embarrassing me.
she was looking at me like, "You're fucking. What's wrong with you?" And she'll
Also,
text
I'm
me.
the one that snitches at Chelsea.
Yeah, I know. 'Cause she'll text me. I fucking know.
I'll be like, hey, Nathan said this on the
She'll
podcast.
text me and she'll be like, "Hey, you know you said this right?" And I'm like, "I know what I fucking said. I know what I said."
Tell her and what?
I'd be
Yeah,
so
I know.
mad listening to the podcast because I cannot argue with Nate. And Chris is just like, yeah, I don't really have a point against that, so we're just gonna rock with it. And I'm like, The
Nah,
other
Chris
day, the other day
will
you were
come
like,
out.
No, you talking about evolution.
Yeah, Chris will
and-
come
the
out.
other day you were like, I wish Lou was here. What, we were talking about climate change and
Yeah,
stuff shit.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, I was like, I know he's bald in his fist right now. I
he's
know.
so mad.
This
I
fool was
know.
talking about he believed aliens came and planted our seeds in the earth and
Fantasy mind. Yeah,
Fantasy
I was
That
like,
shit
what?
funny.
You know who also thought that? The creators of South Park when they made that episode.
I like South Park. Anyway,
But you don't like South Park?
I like South Park. Yeah, I love South
No, I
Park.
was gonna say, yeah, I don't know. My theory on that is people like to like. I'm not a big fan of conspiracy theories, and I think I mentioned this on the podcast before, because like there are some things that are within conspiracy theories that are real, like real things like, oh, the government's doing this to shut down this so and so. That's real, right?
Right.
But then like they get so like taken, they get taken way too far.
Yeah, I get what you're
that
saying.
people never like people think about, oh, it's a conspiracy theory, like, oh, you're fucking full of shit. So now it's like, now they don't take you seriously when you're trying to talk about real stuff, you know,
Yeah.
like, you know, CIA operatives and that kind of stuff. That's just real.
that. Yeah, that's a bit real, bro.
I get what you're
Or
saying.
how the government's putting these crates in black and brown neighborhoods.
Dude, I saw some crazy HEB and I swear to God I was going to
Wait,
take
what
them.
crates?
The
The
crate
crates.
challenge.
The crate challenge. That bullshit.
There was a
that
thing
people
on
doing.
Twitter saying that.
Come on, bro.
You didn't see that
Stupid.
you didn't watch Snowfall, but you see there's a tweet that was like, this is who's putting the crates in the hood, and it's Teddy. From
Why?
Snowfall.
Oh, no.
I believe you. That thing
Because he
came
was the
out of
one putting
nowhere,
crack
bro.
in the damn hood.
That trend came out of nowhere.
It did come out of nowhere. So stupid. But
No, so yeah, that's why I'm not a big fan of conspiracy theories because of that.
yeah.
So it's just kind of like,
I mean,
it was like, oh, a conspiracy theory starts to kind of like I believe something and no one else believes that, and then the conspiracy theory kind of overlaps
But-
with what I believe in,
right.
And then I'm like, okay,
But-
you're almost like my dad.
Uh-huh. Oh, God.
So once I told my sister, I was like, yeah, my dad's the kind of person who's like, you're almost at the point, and then you go, nope, cracking
You
up like
take a turn.
conspiracy theory, some shit like, yeah,
No,
hey,
you-
the government's bad, they're doing this to exploit us and this and that, and I'm like, yeah, keep going, and he's like, yeah, and they take advantage of the working people, and that, yeah, keep going, and that's why the vaccine has chips in it, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
So,
you went all the way this
The only
way.
thing I will say about you, Louis, is that I think that you're too like I guess you don't have a
serious.
fantasy mind, right? And it's not me like talking shit. I'm just saying like like reason and deductive reasoning and whatnot,
I
and
get
you're
what
not
you're
gonna like you're gonna be like bullshit, like you're gonna call it. And otherwise,
Yeah.
like me, where I'm like
I kind of see it.
I'm bought in. Like I watch a Netflix one, and I'm like.
that
Chelsea gets
happened.
home and I'm like, babe, I gotta tell you about how the alien. Like I'm just starting like rambling. She's
So
like,
I-
the fuck are you
So
talking
I know
about?
aliens are real.
Right.
Oh, that's the only not. I don't think it is even.
It's not even conspiracy. I know aliens are real.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's like this is gonna be fucking controversial.
I'm okay. Go.
It's like God, right?
Oh, that's not controversial, brother. We talk
It's-
about it all the time. That's not
It's
controversial.
like I believe like there's a God. There has to be something, but I don't believe they have like that much sway, inner workings, like controlling us and that kind of shit like that. You know what I'm saying, so I think it's very similar to that. But here's a real one that I think is like, man, I'm kind of getting to the point where I really believe this: mermaids.
You think they're real or fake?
I think they're kind of real.
I don't think they're real.
Really?
Nope. Because okay,
Why are you making that face, Nate?
because he believes in
I'm more
mermaids.
scared of mermaids than aliens.
Fuck mermaids.
So
They
I-
swim. They can't
I-
fucking
I-
come
Hey,
out.
hold on. First of all, that's what they want you to think, that you can fuck them.
wanna
What? Those are sirens, not mermaids.
It's the same thing.
No, they're different.
It's just a different name.
They're
It's
different.
like crocodile, alligator.
But the thing, okay, so no, it's not the same thing.
What the fuck are we talking about right now?
Okay, so
I thought I was a crazy
so
one.
for real,
It's like panther, mountain lion.
Go.
I used to watch I used to be into the mermaid thing.
Dude, I watched the documentary one time.
the documentary,
and then there was
then
the little hand.
no, I watched the one they found on the beach, and then they tried to prove it or whatever. But
No, there's one where it's a video from a sub.
oh, I have seen
and
that.
a hand goes like,
that's super
boom.
fake.
And I was like, that's fucking scary. That's real. I prove it. I believe it right now.
But-
I have
so,
checked
like-
out this conversation.
so,
Go.
like-
But you said you believe in mermaids.
Go.
So like old sailor tales would tell they would hear noises and all that, but like, dude, whales, they thought manatees were mermaids.
Because they'd be fucking them.
Yeah, no.
They just thought they were big men.
because,
They thought they were
because a
big men.
manatee's vagina is the closest to a human's vagina.
How do you know that?
I don't know. I just know that.
You know what? I'll act like you didn't say
You know
that.
what?
You didn't know that? I
You know
heard.
what?
I heard of that.
Hey, if this is a time for a cut, it's now.
I heard that. I don't know if it's like a myth or whatever.
Bestiality?
No, not BC.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess back then. But they say
Hey,
that
lonely, bro.
they say that like I guess like visually, it's the closest to like a human's vagina.
I'm not Googling that.
So actually,
Just
I'm
Google.
Googling it
Don't
right now.
not
fucking
Googling
go.
that.
Don't put pictures. Just fucking.
I'm
Google.
going to Google manatee vaginas.
Nah,
I'm not doing that.
No, just Google do manatees vaginas look like human vaginas.
That's even worse. No, I'm not
So
doing
supposedly that's what they would say. Like, oh,
that. No. He's Googling it. You're,
Yes,
hey,
yeah.
nah, they're not getting me. Nah, hey, chill out. You're on my fucking Wi-Fi. Chill out.
it's not illegal to look
Be
at
cool. Be cool. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't like that. No. So you're saying mermaids? I guess. I don't know. That was not a fun theory though. I don't really care. What
it.
if,
Mermaids.
if they are real? Who fucking cares? You
Chris don't
know?
even go in the ocean.
Yeah, that's very true. Chris just watch.
Yeah,
He'll
I
see
don't
him.
like the ocean.
That's true.
I don't know.
We've already talked about
I'm
this.
traumatized.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You see waves and you scream really loud.
Manatee
You know.
vagina's cute or what?
Yeah, they're really pretty.
Y'all are disgusting. Ew.
But was it true or not?
Ew.
I didn't see anything like
Oh.
that, but I did show up that some sailors would sleep with manatees.
Because yeah,
That's
supposedly.
fucking
That's what I heard.
sick.
Well,
I don't know.
swim because you
As
can't
a-
sleep with a
As a
an
historian,
ocean. But yeah, that's my whole thing. I'm like, dude, people will be twisting their words around. They probably said it was a mermaid, so they wouldn't look weird.
yeah, or maybe it was like an inside joke.
That's true.
Look at these mermaids over here.
Or they say it to like it don't seem so bad.
Yeah,
But I mean,
like
also
your boy that was like, "There's a count."
Yeah.
So like that.
that's the thing though. I guess like sirens, those are those are scary.
It's like a siren. Is like a similar to a
Siren's like an
mermaid.
evil mermaid. like-
Okay, so Ursula.
Yeah, like they want to like fucking take you under and kill you and eat you and shit. Like that's like you know what I mean? Like a siren's like that's a different. Like they make the noise and they they attract you and bring you in and like sirens are in they're in Harry Potter, aren't
he's
they?
right. Sirens
Yeah,
are
sorry.
like the sailor tales are the evil ones.
Yeah.
Mermaids are seen as to be more peaceful and
Like mermaids, a general
Calm.
species,
Yeah.
and sirens are like a sub.
Sirens are
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
yeah, that's what the sailors.
Who
were
knows?
saying.
I don't know if that's real. That's a weird one.
I don't know.
I want to
But
buy in, but
believe in
then
the
again,
Kraken,
But I
though.
think it's
you live in the
fun.
Kraken.
I'm kidding.
Hey,
think
you
that-
wanna
I think
do
that-
some?
I think the
What?
mermaids are
That's cool.
mermaids and aliens are a fun like conspiracy. Like,
I agree because
it doesn't fuck anything else up.
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you go, yeah, conspiracy theory that the vaccine is to, lower your
Make you gay.
make you gay.
I've seen stuff
Now,
like
yeah,
that.
no, I've seen that.
I've
So
seen
then,
that.
so then it's now I'm like, okay, dude, that you're making people not get the vaccine and people are getting sick. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's being harmful, That's why I'm on the
That does
fence.
make you
That's
kinda
why,
gay,
that's why
though.
I'm on the fence. Of,
The only conspiracies that I like to have fun with are like murder conspiracies, because it's like they're dead. Like let me think they died somewhere cool, Like I would watch like murder, like true crime stuff, like or like unsolved murder type stuff.
Murder ones
like
are really
Michael
fun.
Jordan's dad.
That's a really
I haven't
fun
heard.
one.
I haven't heard.
That's
about
an
that
interesting one. If you watch the documentary, then
They
you
mention it, yeah.
Yeah, they
Oh,
talk
do
about
they?
it, and they say that he was murdered due to gambling debts,
They might
and yeah,
Or like JFK type stuff, it's like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like,
we already know that Magneto bent the.
yeah, he moved it. He tried to save him, but But
anyway.
like that's the only
Yeah.
conspiracies that I like check in on. Everything else,
Well, you know the guy who
Yeah.
killed JFK, right? You know about him.
Oh
a little
God.
bit.
So like, I just recently found out, like maybe 2-3 years ago, that he was a communist.
You barely found that out.
Yeah, like 3
He
years
lived
ago.
in Russia for a while. Yeah.
Soviet Union. Yeah, so he was a U.S. military guy. Went to the Soviet Union for like 2 years. And then came
Really?
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he defected and went over there.
And then he came back. No, I
They,
think
they
he
had
was
him on a
he
blacklist
was
too.
supposed to
Apparently,
be he was supposed to be like an agent. But I think it's a very
Wait,
reasonable.
what was his name? Lee Harvard Oswald?
Oswald.
Or
I think
Yeah,
yeah,
Lee
I
Harvey
think it's a very reasonable conspiracy theory to say, hey, the government planned this to create anti-communist sentiments within the U.S. So yeah, so that's believable to me because, like, people would always say like, oh, JFK was already leaning towards the left, so why would a guy go kill him
yeah.
if he kind of was already leaning that way?
that's true.
But
But
don't
it's
you,
really to create. It's like one of those things like, oh, Bush did 9/11 to create people like, oh, I forgot what it's called. It's like a historical thing where they not create, but like there's everybody unifies behind.
They rally behind.
We do need to go and attack those people because
some
they
real
did this to us, like
some real American shit.
Pearl Harbor,
Yeah.
and that kind of
The
stuff,
Red
yeah.
Scare.
So, do you believe that there's multiple shooters?
Oh, I haven't really gotten too into like the theories of it, but I do believe that it's most likely a setup, like the government did it.
Oh yeah.
I believe that.
like
the setup
9/11.
thing.
Oh yeah, it's
I
some
believe
weird.
that.
It's some weird. If you like follow the angle of the bullet, they do all those videos and stuff. But it's a weird. I love that one because it's an interesting. Like, it definitely for people that love to have fun with shit like that. Like, there's a lot there where it's like, nah, it looked kind of weird. Like the shot goes off and then it can't hit from there, and just the way it looks is just all.
Y'all should
fucky,
watch.
but-
It's old. It's on Hulu.
One of my favorite JFK related things
assassinations.
is Jay Electronica. He has like a line where he's like, "Catch me in Dallas with my top down," something. Like he's talking about like,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, the show's called
It's kinda tight.
11/22/63. It got James Franco in it. Although after recent stuff,
What happened with Franco? What'd they do?
he
What-
he's
what
had
he
some
do? He's
sexual assault
Allegations?
allegations.
Assault allegations.
Yeah, like he inappropriately groped women and stuff.
That's tough.
That's
Yeah,
tough.
even
I like Franco.
even what's his name?
Keep your hands to yourself.
I like
Even Seth
Franco, man.
Rogen cut ties with him.
Yeah,
They're like
I know.
best friends.
I do remember.
Yeah,
Seeing
Oh
something like
man,
he said he would never work with him again.
damn.
But that show was good though.
Well, if he did that, I guess he.
that.
Hey man, I mean, you
'Cause
know.
it does like a little parallel where like he kind of goes back in time and tries to stop the assassination. Then I'm gonna spoil it. He stops the assassination and somehow it goes to he goes back to the present and it's like a nuclear holocaust or whatever.
How old is that?
A few years, like
Oh, I
like
might have
4 or
to.
5 years. It's
I
on
don't want
Hulu.
to support the man, but I might want to go look at that.
It's on
That sounds kinda
Hulu.
interesting.
It's cool. It's like
Okay.
10 episodes. It's really
Might check
short.
that out. That sounds kind of tight.
Did you guys end up going to the comedy show?
No, we didn't.
We totally got it wrong. First of all,
Yeah, we
said
definitely did.
I don't know why we would think Andrew Schultz at a comedy at the.
We thought he was gonna be at the Improv,
at the Improv,
and he's doing only
Stadiums.
theaters. Yeah, he's doing big ass it's gotta be 1,000 something.
Yeah.
He's not
What a
gonna do those-
loser! What a lame.
Right.
Shit, those shows look amazing.
Like $200.
Yeah, they're not cheap. But I mean, everyone that's he said his Dallas and his Houston show have been the best so far, and he's been like,
I don't know.
Traveling
I'm
stuff.
still on the fence of in person comedy.
I've never been.
If
'Cause I only went once.
When a good you didn't go to a good one though. You went to an okay
that's
one.
true. You kind of
When a good one comes.
I didn't pick it. Fuck.
No, I know you
Jesus
did. I know you did it, but I'm just saying, like, for someone to go like as a first person, like you didn't go to the like. There's good ones there's a good one that's coming. What the
Who's
fuck?
coming?
Dave Attell's coming.
Who?
Dave Attell.
Never heard of him.
So Dave
Patel.
Attell. So anyone that knows who Dave Attell is, like, he's they did a special on Netflix called Bumping Mics, and if you don't watch comedy, it's just a roast. It's the same dude that does Jeff whatever the fuck and him, and they do a roast and they just roast people in New York. It's really funny.
So like
it's pretty good.
all the people that you be talking about, like the podcasters and stuff, that you be like, oh, so and so's funny, so and so's funny.
Yeah.
The only ones that I really find funny is Bobby Lee. Like
Bobby Lee's
Bobby's hilarious.
But I had always like
Hilarious.
because of Matt TV, like he was always I already knew. Who
Oh
he was.
yeah, yeah.
And then sometimes the other dude
Santino.
with
Bobby
the
Andrew Santino.
no, not that guy. He's all right.
He's okay.
more of like
Santino's
His stand-up's not.
he's more of like if I was a comedian, I would be like him. It's just not
Santino's
that
more
funny.
serious, but he's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more serious, you know, right? But the dude with the mullet, what the fuck is his name?
Oh, Theo Von.
Oh, Theo Von's
Von.
hilarious.
Sometimes I'll be like,
bro.
Yeah.
I'll be like, man, I want to be mad at this, but
Theo Von's so funny. He's like he genuinely like is just being stupid, but like Brendan,
It's
they
his
do a show
delivery.
together. But he says he's like
and
I
he's
don't.
Central American apparently.
But he's no,
said
you
that?
have
You
no,
said that?
yeah,
no,
he's
no,
right.
yeah, he's from
he is.
Nicaragua.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
his
Or
dad.
his
He
dad,
talks
not
about
him,
it because
yeah.
his parents were his dad was older than his mom.
And he was like, I was born in Nicaragua. Dude.
Yeah, it's so funny. Oh, it's
yeah,
so
dude, I was
funny.
born over there.
But he genuinely like is serious.
and then he goes, where my Nicas at?
It's so
But
funny.
that's
Yeah,
I'm
no.
not even. That's what
Yeah,
he said it. He said it trying to be
Yeah.
I told
like
him.
borderline, but that's
Yeah.
actually what Nicaraguans call themselves.
I
So it's not actually. Like
I
that.
told him a story about how he said that they went to the next town over to go see. They said that he was like, they told me that there was an Oriental person next town over. So he left his town and went with his friends to go see this person.
Oh,
They were
'cause
like,
he
it's a
said-
myth.
he
He had
said
never
he's
seen an
never
Asian
seen an
person.
Asian person.
Yeah. And he's like, we all just got together and just, went down. I'm like,
So first
dude.
of all, that's like the worst. That's one of the worst. That's a bad.
He said the
This
funniest
is what
one
he
was
said,
when he
man.
talked
Quote
about-
unquote, quote unquote out.
when he talked about laying in the warmth of another man.
That shit's so
That was
funny.
funny.
That's
I saw
recently.
that.
But yeah, they posted about that.
So
Funny.
pointing that out.
What?
Earlier, I asked y'all like we want to talk about it. What is your most used like curse word? Not including like not like name calling, but just kind of like in general curse words, like not like slurs or anything like that.
Dang.
Because he said Oriental. That's bad.
I mean, I do say.
I know someone that says that pretty often.
I know.
You do too.
I know.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
It's not funny.
Anyway, it's not.
It's
It's
not
not.
funny.
Listen, they shouldn't say that. Okay, obviously that's bad.
Hey, but what's like your most used like? My mom said that my first like cuss word was shit. I feel like I say shit a lot.
You do say shit a lot. You say
Yeah,
shit
I
in
can
casual
see that. I
I
conversation.
say shit in class, like
Yeah,
with
you say
students.
shit casual conversation. But
I'm
as a
a-
coach, you're allowed to say whatever curse word you want.
Today I told kid, you're full of shit.
Yeah, you can say that though. That's what you're a coach. That'd be
He
like,
was
yeah,
like-
coach, cool.
It was like, what?
Yeah, you can say that.
Because he was rolling up a die that I had in the back of the classroom.
Oh, you
And I was
shooting
like,
dice?
and I just heard him.
Yeah.
I heard it go, and I know where fucking
They
die
playing fucking
sounds.
craps
There was
back
only
there?
one. And I knew it because I was like, I had Adam Austin in the back of the classroom for a second.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's standing over there, like he's like looking on my counter. And then later on, I heard cling, the little noise, like the.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I was like, put that up.
He's
Like,
just shooting one die?
he was just rolling it. And then I was like, hey, put it up. Like, you're supposed to be doing something else. And he's like, nah, it's my pen. And I was like, it doesn't sound the same. He's like, no, I promise, it's not that die, it's not the die.
You just see money
And I was like,
fucking
you're full
flowing.
of shit. And,
Just
he,
throwing
and
money.
then he was, I promise you, it's my pen top. It was like, I was just
Yeah.
doing that. And I was like, no, you have that die that was back there. He's like, no. And I was like, you're full of shit. And then like later on, he was like, you really told me I was full of shit. I was like,
So that's your most used word? Shit?
I would say shit, but I don't really think shit's like a bad word.
I don't think so either.
I think I say fuck a lot or motherfucker.
Never heard you say that.
But
I've heard you say motherfucker and fuck. I feel like, but when you're like stressed, you go fuck or you go motherfucker like that. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? But I don't think you go motherfucker like you just.
no, I'm not cussing people
Genuinely-
out, but I say it a lot.
Yeah. Chris,
So
I'm thinking.
I have
what's your
mine, but I
most
can't.
used? What's your most used one?
I'm not kidding
And
when I
then
said it
what's
earlier.
What's the one that you think it's the worst?
Okay, I'll start with the.
Oh, you don't want to know what the
Yeah, I
word
Because
don't
the
know.
one that you said is you use the most. I think that's one of the worst.
Genuinely,
Oh,
I
that's a bad
use.
one.
That's
Hey,
a really bad
genuinely,
one. How do you say that?
I've
I-
never heard you say
I've
that.
never heard
you
you say-
won't ever hear me
I've
say it
never
because I
heard
only say that one place in the car when I'm driving,
Oh.
and I'm driving. I'm like, you.
And so you're calling people this?
Absolutely.
Let them know. Let them know.
I don't want to say. You're not gonna bleep it. I'm not saying it.
Say it.
No,
Who
I'm not to say
cares?
it. No.
This is uncensored.
No,
homie,
no, no.
come on.
I'm driving.
I said
Listen,
fuck on here a bunch of times.
I'm driving.
You never
I
And,
say
said
it.
dicks.
huh?
You're not gonna say
I'm
it.
fucking not gonna say it.
I
No,
said dicks last.
No.
last
What if I
episode.
say it?
you won't.
Bet.
You no.
Well, Nathan's favorite word.
Stop. no. It's not my favorite
won't?
word. Stop.
No, but let Chris-
It's not my favorite word.
Listen, let him
It's not
say-
my favorite word.
Let him
Just say it.
say
It's not my
It's not
favorite
even
word.
bad.
No, I'm not saying it.
Spell it out.
I'll say it.
When
if you want me to.
I'll say. Can I say a story?
Okay, go.
So when I'm driving, I do get a little seasoned, and I get a little spicy, and I say, I say the C word sometimes. Now it's not okay to say,
Cougar.
yeah, cougar. I go cougar. I will say it, and more times than not is joking. And remember, you fuckers, this is a comedy podcast. Jesus Christ.
What's
But-
the comment? Stop saying that.
No.
That's weird. Just
When I'm
say what you
driving,
say.
I'm not gonna
No
say
one
it.
watches this shit.
I'm not gonna say it. No.
All 40 of them.
Hey man,
All 40
all
of
200,000 of our followers.
I'm gonna edit it now. I'm gonna cut it.
You're gonna cut it.
Down the
No,
middle.
no.
Y'all not gonna know who we
Listen,
talking to.
I do think
All
that
70 people.
when
that
I'm
we know
driving,
in
and this
real
has
life.
been as of lately, I've gotten a little bit more road rageous on the road. I've gotten a little bit more.
like that, road
Yeah,
rageous.
I've gotten a little bit more on the road, and I have to dial it back a little bit because I do have a history of bad road rage. But just lately, there's been a lot of stupid fucking people on the road.
You're not gonna say
You
it.
know, and I get. Well, I'm leaning up. Let me fucking lead up to it. And you know, people
You're an
just doing
asshole.
dumb shit and driving 40 in the fast lane. Like, move the fuck over. You know, like move around. What are we doing here? You know. And yeah, you know, a lot of times, you know, I look over and I just take a peek and I see somebody.
Spell it out for those of
and-
you at home that might not
And
know.
I
the
see
word.
somebody, you know, and I look at them and I make direct eye contact. They're not looking at me. They don't know that I'm looking at them, you know. And I say, you know, C-U-N-T. You know, I say it and
Say it.
and I'm not
He's li-
saying it because you're
he's-
not gonna bleep it.
He's literally
not
wringing his
gonna
hands.
bleep
I'm not gonna say it. So I have said it before, but I'm not proud of it. And
So that's your most used.
Bro, I've said it way
as of
worse.
lately. As of lately, yes. But I know what he's gonna say, and he's gonna top me. So we'll just
What is he
turn
gonna
it
say?
over
What
to
am I
him.
gonna say?
No, because I know what he's gonna say.
No, he should not say that.
What?
What? wait a minute. You don't let me just be out here sweaty pits and saying what I'm saying, and he can't say what he's gonna say. Okay.
Wait, my that's
I cuss a lot,
the
But
but I don't cuss as bad
My
as
slur-
that.
my slur.
no, but
Don't
that's
say that.
no. Here's the thing.
my,
No.
my slur like it's a fucking pronoun.
No, don't.
Let me put my slurs in my bio.
That is my slur.
I can
This
tell
is my
you-
preferred
hey, nah, I can
slurs.
tell you don't fuck with me that hard because you letting him. You like, hey, I got you, buddy.
Because
You-
that's not that bad.
Okay,
It's a bad word, but
Mine's
it's
a
not.
racial slur. Yours is a bad
Hold on.
word.
All right, I'm done with mine, y'all.
Hey, I don't know where you're going with
hey,
this.
Hey, I'm checking out. All right, what's yours? Because
You know the you know the
say it. Say it. What's yours?
You can say beaner on here. I don't think it's bad.
It's,
Nah,
it's
you said
being
the-
related, but I don't want to say it because this is a racial slur.
Is it what you said earlier?
Yeah,
Is it the jungle and then
that too.
No.
He said that on here. He
the
said
second
that on
part.
here.
The second
Yeah,
part.
the second part.
You've said
Yeah,
that on
I
here?
don't like when you
We've
say
said that
that.
on here as a
That's
joke.
worse.
We said
No,
that on
yeah.
here. Yes, we have.
The S
Huh?
word.
The S word.
Can I say it?
Do you say it a lot? You can't say it. You're not Mexican.
Why can't I say it?
Mexican.
You can say it. I'm with someone that's Mexican.
I don't like that.
No. I don't work like
I'm
that,
kidding,
bro.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
My best friend's a Mexican.
I'm kidding. Chill. I'm kidding. Wait, can y'all say it then?
Huh?
Just say it.
I forgot.
But
But
you
The
forgot.
S word.
my
The S word, right?
Say
That's
it,
the
my
one you say
favorite-
the most.
My
Say it.
favorite bad word, bro. I be saying "spick" a lot, bro. To all my homies.
Tell him the upgraded version. Tell him what you tell him.
Nah, that's worse.
He says jungle and then that word.
Nah,
Nah, he
so-
does.
So,
Hey, don't cut
so
that
like,
out.
so like when we play video games and they do something stupid, I be like, man, you stupid.
To your friends though, right?
To my
Not
friends, to my
random.
friends.
He says to randos.
A random, you don't know what they
when
are.
somebody gets killed,
He called the white person a
hey,
bitch.
in Call of Duty, you get killed. Last time I played, this kid was yelling the N word.
No,
I was like,
you know
whoa,
what's bad?
whoa,
I'm playing
buddy.
and they're like, "You're black, aren't you?" I'm like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "No."
They're like,
And
"You sound like you're
"No,
black."
Yeah, you are. And I'm like,
hey,
what?
They make you go, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, I'm like,
they got you thinking.
"I might be."
Hey, some of them kids on there use that N word too lightly, and it's it's the really bad one.
The gamers is almost as bad as like a Redditor.
Hey,
It's the gamer to Redditor pipeline.
Yeah,
I'd be kind of.
that's the gateway.
So that's the one you use the most?
No,
Chris the gamer is
I didn't want to say like
I don't use a specific cuss word.
I don't really
a
use
lot.
slurs. I use cuss words.
Honestly, all jokes aside.
Slurs are so bad.
Yeah. I don't. We should be saying
I
that. No.
embrace it.
Yeah, it's true. You do embrace it. You said jungle one a lot, but so
I do kind of believe in the whole leaning into like bad reputation thing.
what do you mean?
What?
Like if you have a reputation for being like your people,
Yeah.
whatever, have a reputation for being a certain way.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck like how you perceive us. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, that I get what you're saying. I use honestly most common cuss words that I use is probably like I say like fuck a lot or I say like shit or something like at work.
Yeah, I don't use it.
I'll be like walk through the hall and we get a call I'm like motherfucker like I'll say it like as I'm joking whatever but I don't know the one that all jokes aside like very common that I use. I can't think
Which
of
one is the one you think is like the worst? Like not including certain like just cuss words.
that one. Oh
I don't
yeah.
think-
The one
To
you
be-
say? The
No,
C
no,
one?
I'm thinking. Oh, is that considered? That's not a
That's a
curse
cuss
word.
word. Yeah,
that's not a curse word.
It is.
British people say it all the time. It's not a curse word.
I don't think it's like a.
It's not a
I
curse
don't
word.
think they are
British
bad.
people. British people are built different.
I don't think they
Sure.
are bad cuss words.
Like a really like one you shouldn't say at all.
Nope.
My dad's favorite is cocksucker,
I don't think that's that bad either.
and he's like, "Hey, what's up, cocksucker?" Like, like it's
That's a little too casual.
like,
to be
bro,
saying.
yo, relax.
Like, bro, we're in the Chuck E. Cheese.
Relax.
Bro,
Also, some people take motherfucker like super serious.
I don't.
I heard like a couple guys be like, "No, that's
Get
a word
mad?
that I don't." That's a word that I don't like. If someone calls me that, it's like on site.
Well, I know like women don't obviously like to be called bitches. Like obviously that's not. Yeah, what's up with my bitches?
Well,
like you
some
can't.
Some of them.
Right, that's true. Some are endearing to. Hey,
Who you hanging out?
hey,
I be
hey.
seeing, bro. They don't
Hey,
care, bro. Some of
Yeah,
them
they
don't
be like, "What's
caring.
up, bitch?" Like they just,
Oh, to each other. Okay.
No, like their dudes
or
be calling them that,
or
I'm
if you go,
like,
"This is
alright,
my
bro.
bitch right here," it gets a
Yeah.
little
That's tough.
aggressive. I don't
I don't know about that one.
I don't know. I mean, this is just what
I cuss because the only reason why I bring this up because one of my football players was like, "You cuss a lot," and I was like, "Do I?" But he means like I say like damn and hell and shit a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? I be like, do the
Nice.
damn thing correctly or whatever the fuck.
Right.
I cussed out the kicker the other day in the game.
That's fantastic.
Kicker.
And he wouldn't kick the fucking ball.
Can I tell you something though?
I went in the middle of the game, super loud, kick the fucking ball, and there's parents.
As a coach,
I was like, oh
nah.
shit.
As a coach, I'm saying like you in your position, not me as a coach. You need to curse. You owe it to them kids to curse. And if you don't curse, I think you're a fucking punk. Like I need you to be like on my ass, be like, what the fuck? Like I remember one of our coaches. I've said this story before. He's yelling and shit, and he's screaming. And I'll never forget. He breaks the whiteboard that he had. He fucking breaks the board. And he's like, get it the fuck together. He's screaming and everything, and the parents are just like looking like, damn, bro, you
They're
really
like,
talking
yeah,
about kids?
that's
Like,
good
but
coaching.
also he's like, I mean, for real, we were bullshitting, and it's like, nah, bro, get it together, or you're gonna fucking lose the game.
I don't know.
I think you
It's
need
weird.
that.
I
You
think
can't be like,
that's-
get it together, it's okay. Like, bro, in the locker room, how you're in the locker room when you're losing? How they be? They be sweet and nice?
I coach Subway. We don't go to the locker room.
Oh, my bad.
Let's go to the end zone,
All right,
guys.
all right, never mind.
I coach the
Never mind. I was about to say, because the locker room, bro,
What about
anything
soccer?
goes.
You don't do that in soccer?
We don't go to the locker room in soccer.
Really?
Oh,
It's
you're
only
right.
10 minutes. It's
Duh.
only
You're right.
10
You're
Oh,
right.
that's true. That's true.
My
Okay.
bad.
Played soccer.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I would get. I think as a coach, I would get really mad.
You got to get rowdy. I don't
It's
care.
hard though
Get
because
passionate.
how like you just beat people down. They just like kids nowadays. They just shut
They're
down.
weak.
No, it's not that they're weak. I mean, I'm honestly I cuss a lot and I do cuss at practice and shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's only to emphasize it. I never cuss kids out.
You just curse in
And I
general.
don't tell kids like, "Oh, you sorry, motherfucker." You know, I don't do
yeah,
that.
you don't do
No,
that.
yeah, you don't do that. I'm not talking about that.
But like, cause I'm super against like that whole like nowadays people are saying that, oh, if you don't let the coach cuss at you, that you're being a pussy and you're this and that. Oh, now kids these days are too soft and this and that. I'm like, it's not, to me, it's not soft to stand up for someone disrespecting you.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because you letting someone disrespect you just because it's for a sport and some shit, that shit is weak to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, I mean, cussing to emphasize things like, why the fuck we didn't do this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking
let's
about.
do the shit correct, you know,
Yeah.
you know, stuff
No,
like that.
when you're zeroing in on somebody, it's
Yeah.
not
That's different.
wild for someone like a kid to be like, hey, don't fucking talk to me like that.
Yeah.
It's not wild because honestly, like you wouldn't want your kid to be talked to like that. And like
Yeah.
I know parents when I was playing and stuff, like they'd be like, don't fucking talk to my kid like that. Like you're not their adult. Like you're not their. I don't care what you think you are. Like
Yeah. But
it's
there's
not
some
wild.
coaches do.
No, there
Like,
are some coaches that do
like
for
our
sure.
coaching staff is like if you
Half
cuss,
and
if
half.
you're cussing too much, like you'll go to the office with the head coach
For
and he'll be
real?
like, hey, you gotta tone me back on the cussing because you know.
Oh, like the coaches.
Head coach is like,
oh, that's pretty funny.
He cusses like how I said, like,
Yeah.
man, what the fuck? What are we doing? This
Yeah.
and that, you know, stuff like that.
Right.
But he'll still be like, oh man, I need to work on not cussing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because his whole thing is like,
Lead by example.
lead by example and like building kids up and shit like that. So.
Yeah, I got you. Well, I mean, we went a little everywhere, but I guess it's a good
Spider-Man to curse words.
the blue waffles and all
Blue
in between.
waffles.
That was like a,
That's a
that
little-
was you. I don't know.
I'm
why.
sorry
to racial slurs.
Sorry.
And, you know,
Ah.
all of the above.
to the jungles, and it's cool. No
To
big
the
deal. No big deal. Hey, we're chilling, but yeah, I mean, Louis, we're glad we have you or had you. You know, we'd love to have you back. You know, whenever you want to swing by, you know, the door's always open. So,
Yeah, get an elevator.
an elevator,
Why you say it like that?
What?
Elevator.
elevator,
You notice
Get-
that?
aloe vera.
Get an elevator.
Elevator.
Elevator. I said elevator.
You said elevator.
Nah, bro, you said elevator the first time. Yeah, you did. It's
I
okay.
said good.
Hey, we're not playing. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. No one make
All
fun of
right,
you.
so don't forget to follow us on Twitter at MP_podcast and on Instagram at MP_, and on TikTok at Nothing Personal Podcast. And our YouTube is always going to be linked into our bios. We post every Mondays. Tune in, and we'll add some more questions in the future for you guys to submit any questions you want us to talk about. And that's about it for me.
Like Chris said, the same as before. We'll post clips from the the podcast, little highlights, and of course, like we said last time, the TikTok. Keep blowing it up. We got one that's blowing up and doing good. So just keep jumping on there and just watching and sharing. We're popping up on For You pages the same as before, so it's tight.
Like and subscribe to our YouTube.
Yes, like and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your dog, tell everybody. But yeah, so like Chris said, we'll be doing all that. So just see us all on there. How are we on Twitter? We been on Twitter doing our stuff or no?
Right.
Oh, that
I
means
could
no.
be more active.
That means no.
No.
It's because I'm way more active on Instagram because I could, it's different. I don't
That's
know.
true. Yeah, you do get engagement on Instagram. I'll be seeing it, but like,
Yeah.
that's tight. I
Twitter
guess.
is different.
Yeah, that's fair. But anyway, Lou, you got anything for us that you want to say goodbye to the people?
I just
Anything like
wanna
that?
say, yeah, it's fun being back. So it's not as it's not as intense as having to do it every week. So
Right.
I'm cool with every
It's cool to just drop in every once in
every
a while.
5 or 6 weeks or some shit like that. I'll come
Yeah, yeah.
back.
We still we reference you. You know, it's a callback. We
And I
reference
always
you and
listen,
whatnot.
so
Yeah. You know, we give you a
I
little
listen
shout.
I listened to 3 episodes and like, okay, that's what I'm gonna talk about because they were wrong about that.
We're never
It's
wrong about anything.
Never wrong. Never wrong. We take
Always.
nothing personal,
They're
but it's all
always-
good.
always wrong.
But anyway, guys, yeah. So we want to thank you guys for listening, and we will see you guys on the next one.